I just looked at my bank statement and over the last year I've spent $347 on video games. But here's the thing, I didn't buy a single game. Every dollar went to skins, battle passes, and cosmetics in games I already owned. Games that were free to download. 10 years ago, if you told gamers they'd be spending $20 on a single virtual outfit, they would have laughed in your face. In 2006, the entire internet mocked a $2.50 Horse Armor DLC. Today, a $20 Fortnite skin is just Tuesday. So what happened? How did we go from an outrage over a $2.50 to a casually dropping $200 on cosmetic bundles? The answer is something called creeping graduality. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Is a concept that explains how massive changes happen without anyone noticing. It's the boiling frog effect. You've probably heard of it. If you drop a frog into boiling water, it jumps out immediately. But if you put it in a cold water and slowly turn up the heat, it never notices the danger until it's too late. Now, that's actually not true about real frogs that jump out, but it is true about humans and pricing, and here's how it works in gaming. Introduce something small and optional, a $2.50 horse, but some buy it anyway. Wait, let it become normal. A year passes, nobody's talking about the horse armor anymore. Increase slightly, now it's a $5 map packs. Well, that's not much more than horse armor, right? Rinse and repeat. Each individual step seems small. Going from $2.50 to $5 doesn't feel like a big deal. Going from $5 to $10 is also reasonable. $10 to $20, well, you've already been spending $10. But if you zoom out and look at the full timeline, we went from $2.50 to $200 in less than 20 years. That's creeping graduality. Death by 1,000 tiny price increases. In the gaming industry, they're the absolute masters of it. Let's go back to the early 2000s. Gaming was simple. You paid $50 to $60 for a game, you owned it, all of it. Every level, every character, every weapon. When you bought Halo 2, you got Halo 2 complete. Sometimes you'd get expansion packs, big additions that added 10 to 20 hours of new content for $20 or $30. Think The Sims expansion or World of Warcraft's Burning Crusade, but the core principle was you buy the game, you own the game. This was the baseline. Remember this feeling because it's about to disappear forever. April 3rd, 2006, Bethesda releases Horse Armor DLC for Oblivion, $2.50 for cosmetic armor for your horse. The internet exploded. Gaming forums roasted Bethesda mercilessly. Who would pay $2.50 for something that does nothing? Kotaku called it a joke. IGN mocked it. Gamers made memes about it for months. But here's what nobody noticed. Some people bought it anyway. Bethesda made enough money that they kept selling, and other companies took note. 2007, Call of Duty 4 introduces map packs. $10 for 4 new maps. People grumbled. But hey, it's okay. It's new content. That's like a mini expansion, right? 2009, League of Legends launches as a free-to-play with $5 to $10 skins. But it's free to play, so cosmetic purchases feel fair. You're supporting the developers. 2010, Team Fortress 2 goes free to play with full cosmetic store, hats for $5 to $10. It's Valve. It's charming and it's optional. See what happened? The creep started. Horse Armor was mocked, but it opened the door. Map packs established that you could charge for small pieces of content. Free to play games normalized paying for cosmetics. Each step alone seemed fine, but the water was getting warmer. This is where things accelerate. 2012, Counter-Strike Global Offensive introduces weapon skins and loot boxes. You pay for $2.50 for a key to open a case that might contain a rare skin worth $50 or might contain garbage worth $0.10. This is gambling, actual gambling, and it's wrapped in a fun cosmetic system, so it doesn't feel like gambling. Some CSGO skins sell for hundreds, then thousands. In 2018, one knife skin sold for $61,000. But most players aren't thinking about the extreme cases. They're thinking, it's just $2.50 for a case. What's the harm? In 2013, a mobile game's perfect freemium model, Candy Crush Clash of Clans, free to play, but you can pay to speed things up. Just $0.99. $1 for more lives, or $5 for some gems. Suddenly, microtransactions are everywhere, not just on PC or console, in your pocket, on your phone, every single day. In 2015, the term whale enters mainstream gaming vocabulary. A whale is someone who spends thousands of dollars on a single game. Mobile games are designed around whales, 1% of the players that generate 50% of the revenue. Here's the psychological shift. Gaming companies realize they don't need everyone to pay, they just need a few people to pay a lot. So they designed a system that let casual players spend $0 to $20 while whales spend 10,000 plus dollars on something that's like a cosmetic. It's something that's not gonna make them win an advantage. The water is boiling now, but we still don't feel it because it's optional, it's cosmetic, doesn't affect the gameplay. That last phrase, that becomes the mantra, the excuse, the justification for everything that came next. In 2017, Fortnite launches free-to-play cosmetics. Only fair, right? Except Fortnite does something revolutionary. They make $20 skins feel normal. Think about it again. $20 for one outfit in a free game. In 2006, $20 would buy you 4 copies of Horse Armor and everyone would call you insane. In 2017, Fortnite sells a $20 skin and makes millions of people buy it without thinking twice. How, you may ask? It's creeping graduality. By 2017, we'd already accepted $5 skins, then $10 skins, then $15 skins, and so on. So $20 didn't feel like a huge jump. Fortnite also introduced battle passes, $10 for a season of progression rewards. Seems fair, except the FOMO is built in. Miss this season, miss these skins forever. Suddenly, you're not just paying for whatever you want. You're buying because it's limited. It's scarce because your friends have it, because everyone is playing Fortnite, and you need to fit in. From 2017 to 2018, loot boxes hit peak controversy. Star Wars Battlefront 2 launches with egregious pay-to-win loot boxes. The backlash is so severe that governments started investigating. Belgium and Netherlands declared loot boxes gambling and banned them, but most countries do nothing. In 2018, Overwatch has made over $1 billion from loot boxes. Blizzard's response to criticism, it's cosmetic only. In 2019, Apex Legends launches. One cosmetic event has a single item, a melee weapon skin. That costs $170 to unlock. You have to buy other loot boxes first to just get access to buy it. The outrage lasts a week, then everyone moves on. The water is boiling. We've arrived at the present. Let's take a look what normal is now. Valorant. A weapon skin bundle costs $71. Not a full set of skin for every weapon, one bundle. For reference, Valorant is free to play, but it's the most expensive skin, costs more than a most full price game. Genshin Impact. To guarantee getting a specific 5-star character, you might need to spend $200 to $400. That's one character. The game has dozens. Some players have spent $10,000 and more. Diablo Immortal. In 2022, players calculated it would take over $100,000 to fully max out a single character. You know what's Blizzard's response? That's for extreme players. Overwatch 2. Blizzard removed content from Overwatch 1. Skins you could earn for free and now sells them back to you for $20 to $40 each. EA Sports, especially FC FIFA. The Ultimate Team generates over $1.6 billion per year. That's just from one mode, in one game, from one company. Players spend hundreds trying to get rare player cards. Here's the thing that makes me sick. We've reached a point where a $20 skin is considered reasonable. $20 used to get you a full indie game, Hollow Knight, Daisy, Stardew Valley, masterpieces for $15 to $20. Now, it gets you a single outfit in Fortnite. Microtransactions aren't micro anymore, they're macro. We're in a macro transaction era, and nobody even blinked when it happened. So how did companies pull this off? How did they train millions of people to accept $200 cosmetic bundles? Let me show you the playbook. Anchoring is a cognitive bias where the first number you see becomes your reference point. When Horse Armor was $2.50, that became the anchor. So when $5 skin appeared, they seemed reasonable by comparison. When $5 became normal, $10 didn't feel like much. When $10 became normal, $20 was just a bit more. This is how they get you from $2.50 to $200, not in one jump, in 20 small steps. Each step is anchored against the previous step, not against the original price, so we never feel the full weight of the increase. Fear of missing out. Limited time offers, seasonal exclusives, battle passes that expire. Get it now or it's gone forever. This taps into lost aversion. Humans hate losing things more than they enjoy gaining things. So even if you don't love a skin, you might buy it because you can't stand the idea of missing out. Fortnite perfected this. Every season, exclusive skin. Miss the season? Too bad. That skin is gone. And your friends have it. And you see it in every match. And now you feel like you're missing out. FOMO is incredibly powerful. It turns "do I want this" into "can I live with not having it?" Humans are social creatures. We want to fit in. When everyone in your Fortnite lobby has cool skins and you're running the default skin, you feel less than them. Even if rationally, it doesn't matter. Games design around this. Free players get boring default items. Paying players get flashy, impressive cosmetics that everyone notices. It's the digital version of a designer clothing. You're not buying functionality, you're buying status. You've already spent $50 on this game. That's another $20. You've already bought 3 skins. Might as well complete the set. You've already invested 500 hours. You're committed. You're part of this community. $30 for a cosmetic is just, maintaining your investment. This is the sunk cost fallacy. The more you invest, time or money, the harder it becomes to walk away or stop spending. I started this video by saying I spent $347 on games last year without buying a single game, and I'm not alone. Millions of us are doing this. We've slowly been trained over 20 years to accept prices that would have been laughable in 2006. A $2.50 horse armor became a $20 Fortnite skin that became $200 cosmetic bundle. That's creeping graduality. In the gaming industry, they're betting we won't notice. They're betting we'll keep spending. They're betting the water can get even hotter. So far, they're right, but maybe if enough of us wake up and realize what's happening, we can at least stop the heat from rising. I'm not saying don't spend money on games you love. I'm saying be aware of what you're spending and why. Don't let them boil you without noticing. Thanks for watching. If this opened your eyes even a little bit, leave a comment, share this with a friend who spends too much on skins. And hey, if you want more videos like this, breaking down how companies manipulate us, hit subscribe. Stay aware, stay skeptical, and maybe spend that $20 on an actual game instead of a skin.